Hey guys, how you doing? I've owned my 2023 Subaru Outback Wilderness for 1 year. I've put 32,000 kilometers on it, and I'm getting rid of it. I can't stand it anymore. Well, let me explain. I love everything about this car. I've done a review on it, and this car is absolutely perfect for me. It's incredible in every single way. Engine, performance, towing, all-wheel drive, off-road. It's the roof rack, sturdy roof rack to carry my stuff. It's the absolute perfect car. But the one thing it does not have, it has a transistor radio for a stereo. I can't stand it anymore. I go on road trips. I travel, 1,000 kilometers across the mountains, and I want to listen to my tunes. I want to get orchestral maneuvers in the dark, pumping through the speakers, and 80s music with the thumping bass and beautiful rhythmical, just the ambiance. It sucks. Okay, it's the worst stereo of any car that I've ever driven, and I couldn't take it anymore. I can't even fathom. I don't even want to go on a road trip because you got to listen to music when you go on a road trip, don't you? You can't just sit there. What am I going to listen to, an audio book? I can't even listen to an audio book because the voices through that stereo sound like chipmunks. There's absolutely no bass, and the regular speakers, the standard speakers, suck. So I called the dealer and I said I can't take it anymore. I'm leasing the car. Okay, I've leased it for 1 year so far, and I explained it to him. And how's this for customer service? Now, customer service, I know they're going to make money on the deal too, but get a load of this. He checked. He said he talked to his manager and whatever. We did a little negotiating, and this is the deal. He ordered a 2025 Subaru Outback Wilderness, same color, exact same car, 2025. I will take this one to the dealer and pick up a 2025. The 2025 has the Harman Kardon stereo upgrade with subwoofer, and I've listened to it in the showroom, and it sounds fantastic compared to this utter piece of shit stereo. But the 2025 has the Harman Kardon upgrade stereo, but I guess Subaru, to pay for the difference, they removed the front skid plate. And I do a lot of off-road driving. They no longer have the skid plate. And they gave me this song and dance about the skid plate is manufactured in Russia and they can't get it anymore. And I said, yeah, right, you can't get a skid plate. What's wrong with you? Also, my car has a CD player installed and a tow hitch package. Right? So I said to him, okay, you get me the 2025 Subaru Outback Wilderness, brand new. You transfer the CD player that's in this one into the 2025. You remove the skid plate from this one and you put it on the 2025. You take the trailer hitch, a brand new one or this one, and you put it on the 2025. And we negotiate a rebate on some of the lease payments that I've made so far because the car is not depreciated. I could sell this thing close to what I paid for it. There's a private sale here in Alberta. There's no sales tax. So you can get, there's no 5 or 10 or 12% tax when we do selling cars privately in Alberta. So you can get a decent amount if I were to sell this. So I asked him for a rebate, and we negotiated 50% of my lease payments reimbursed. So how do you think of that for a deal? I've made lease payments now for 12 months. I get half that money back. They get the car. They remove the skid plate. They remove the CD player. They put it on the 2025. They put the trailer hitch on there. I walk away with a brand new car, a check in my pocket, and the lease payments continue. The new car is slightly more expensive, because of inflation. So the lease payments are slightly higher. They gave me the same interest rate on the lease as I had in this. Interest rates have actually, they went up a little bit since I bought this one, and then down a little bit. But they fiddle with their interest rates. It's a pretty good deal. It's a very low interest rate, and I want to lease the cars because I'm going to drive the car for 2 or 3 years, and then I'm going to pay out the residual value, sell it, and lease a new one. I'm going to be driving new cars from now on. Okay, can't stop me. So let's go to the Subaru dealer and pick up the new one. Oh, and on top of everything, I told the guy I just went to the West Coast and back, and the car is filthy inside and out, and I'm not cleaning it. You guys are going to detail it, so I'm bringing it back dirty. And he said, that's okay. I'm at the Subaru dealer now, and they just finished up. This is the 2025. It's a little bit different. There's a few things that are different. Let me show you. Got a little bit more of a funky grille in the front. A little bit different design in the front, which, I mean, who cares? And then it's got this new advanced, can you see that there? It's hard to see that it's got 3 cameras. It's an updated eyesight something or other. 3 cameras, which I don't really give a shit about because I never use any of the features that like automatic braking or anything like that, but it has that. It's still a beautiful car. Looks like the other one. The big difference though is it has the upgraded Harman Kardon speaker system and stereo. It's got a separate amplifier. It's got all different speakers inside, and the most important thing, does have a dedicated subwoofer in the trunk. So I'm hoping the sound, well, I'm not hoping, I know because I've listened to it, the sound is going to be way better with the deep bass from the subwoofer and the upgraded speakers all around. 2 two-way speakers in the back, 2 two-way or large two-way speakers in the front doors, then a center speaker up here. I don't know if you can see that, and then left and right. Okay, so we're in here, we're going to do the test, okay? And I know I had them install the CD player that I had in my old one. I know it's old technology, but I could use they have all sorts of wireless capabilities, and I've got all the music on my phone. But I prefer CDs for quality and to test out the system. We're going to be driving home, and it's going to be Frankie Goes to Hollywood. All right, Frankie Goes to Hollywood test. Welcome to the Pleasure Dome. Ha, 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 ha. And we're going to test it out here. Put it in the new CD player. Just like this. Just a second here. In there. Okay. All right. Let me skip ahead to like the 3rd track. That is the big instrumental thumping bass. It's just going to blow your mind here, guys. We're going to audition the new stereo system. Unfortunately, because of copyright restrictions, I won't be able to play it for you guys. So I'll press play here, and then you may not hear audio because I'll be infringing on copyright. But I'll edit that. Here we go.
Voy a cantar esta canción con mucho cariño de mi corazón a la República Dominicana, la casa del merengue y la casa de la bachata. Voy a cantar esta canción con mucho cariño de mi corazón a la República Dominicana, la casa del merengue y la casa de la bachata. La 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 la.
So this is it. This is the new ride, which is kind of like the old ride but better. So guys, in all seriousness, I think it was a pretty fair deal both ways. The dealer gets my car, the 2023. They're going to clean it up or pretty much sell it for what I paid for it a year ago, probably, because the list price was lower. And I made lease payments for a year, and I get half the. I got a check for about $3,500. I had $3,500 in the car that they got to keep, and I got a new car with 0 mileage. Plus, if I had to buy out the lease, if I could have, bought the car out, bought the lease out, and then sold it privately and tried to make a little bit more. But remember, when you buy out a lease, you have to pay the state tax. In Alberta here, it's 5%, but in some places it's 10, 12%, HST, PST, GST. I didn't pay that on that car, right? When you lease a car, you don't pay tax. You only pay tax on your payments as you go. So I never paid tax on the full value of the car. So buying out the car, giving them another 35 or whatever, whatever was owing on the car, I'd have to pay tax on that. And then of course sell it privately, and you always kind of lose that tax. If you buy a car and you keep it for 10, 15, 20 years, if you buy a used car, a good used car that's already had a fair amount of depreciation, and then you keep that for 10, 15 years, that's the best way, most economical way to have a car. But if you're like me and you have a new car and the stereo's not good enough, you get another new car, as they say in Rome, right? You know what they say in Rome? When the Pope dies. When the Pope dies in Rome, you know what they say? We'll get another Pope. We got another Pope. So thanks for watching, guys. Leave some comments. Let me know what you guys think. Did I get ripped off? Did I do the right thing? Of course I got slightly ripped off. Of course I didn't do the right thing. Of course this is a first world problem. But I'm cruising down the road here, listening to Frankie Hollywood full blast with the bass thumping. And that's the way, I like it. I'll catch you guys on the next one.